Why in God's name do you watch me? Have you seen my show?
The mindless slave.
Alright. First of all, big hand for Will, my cameraman. You may also know him as Lord Vice or Pyramid Head number 1. Before we begin, I have a little giveaway. What I have here is one Romulan bird of prey and one Romulan warbird. Both of them the Playmates toys from the mid-90s in boxes. Mind you, I have not opened them to make sure, but they look like they're okay in there. I had originally bought them as birthday presents for my brother, but he has no space for them. So instead, I'm going to give them to, well, I'll give one of them to one of you and another one to another one. So, we are going to try a little trivia contest with my show. And if you guys don't get the answer to them, then according to 8-Bit Mickey, orphans die. Yeah, by the way, 8-Bit Mickey is right over there. Alright, I want to start off with the big, tough trivia question because I'm evil like that. Ignore the man with the curly hair. Okay. Now, who here has seen the Entity storyline, my show? Oh, only that many, huh? Okay, you may recall that Harvey Finevoice was taken by the Entity at the end of the Barbie Twins Adventures review. However, he recognized the Entity and he figured out what it was. Now, the question I have for you is, how did he figure out? Actually, here's the thing. He knows about Pokemon. He loves Pokemon. But the thing is, in what episode did it reveal that he liked Pokemon? I know, it's a bit of a tricky one, but it was revealed. I can give you a hint if no one has the answer. Alright. Linkara didn't host that episode.
Over here!
At least not at the beginning. Oh, let's go with someone in the back first. We've got it. I can't see very well. I think this white shirt, black thing over your head.
Oh yeah, was it the Anita Blake review?
It was not the Anita Blake review. You're getting close though.
Oh.
So I think is that Waldo? We found him! That was easy. Bingo! You have your pick. You want the classic TOS Romulan bird of prey, or the TNG Romulan warbird? Alright. Mickey, bring it up. Alright, now added bonus for this one. He's a sprightly little minx, isn't he? Where is he? I can't see him! We love feeding the fanfickers. Anyway, okay. Now, the follow-up to that question. What was the line specifically? You don't have to be like 100% accurate, but what was it that gave it away?
If you don't know this, you're not a Linkara fan.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It was referencing a specific part of Pokemon. Okay. Name. I'm not trying to give it away. Oh, there's a hand in the back there.
Was it the missing number 1?
No. You better.
The name that Pokemon.
No.
Pikachu!
What's part of the games? Here. I'll give you another hint. Wow, that sounds really good, but can I offer my own suggestion? You had your hand up there, let's give it there. Bingo!
Oh, yeah, that is me.
There you go. Harvey mentioned the Name Raider from Pokemon. I know, I'm obscure, aren't I? If Mickey interrupts her in the show, I will kick him out. Speaking of the show, we should probably get this started, shouldn't we? Are you ready?
No.
I don't think you're ready. Are you ready? Then let us begin. Hello and welcome to Return of Atop the Fourth Wall Live. This is the second live show I've ever done, so there may still be some kinks to work out with all this. First and foremost, you'll notice that I am reading from a script. If that fact offends you in some capacity, then you are a sad human being. You may also notice that I am wearing a 7th Doctor cosplay. That has nothing to do with what we're taking a look at today. I just felt like wearing it. Now, since this is a live show, occasionally I may slur my words or mispronounce something, and for that I apologize in advance. We could do second takes for these jokes, but frankly, you probably won't find the first takes funny anyway. The first live show I did something tangentially related to video games because it was MagFest, which is all about celebrating video games. And since this is an anime convention, I decided to do something tangentially related to anime. Manga! Don't celebrate just yet. But oh, what manga to do that wouldn't have dozens upon dozens of cosplayers beating me to death with oversized weapons? Well, this is where our interests just happen to intersect. Behold! Spider-Man Mangaverse! Believe it or not, this is not the first time Spider-Man has been done in manga form. In 1970, there was a Spider-Man manga that retold the basic story of Spider-Man, just with a Japanese protagonist and Japanese supporting characters. This is nothing like that. So let's start with our cover, featuring a very thin, young Spider-Man with a giant head standing on a rooftop. He's also wearing a short-sleeve version of his costume. Hey, it gets hot, people. He gets sweaty in spandex. He also has 3 blades attached to his palm. Say, what's the sound of one hand clapping in Mangaverse Spider-Man? Oh dear God, I stabbed myself! We open with a young Peter Parker huffing and puffing on his way to practice at a dojo. Seriously, every other line he's letting out is an exasperated huff sound. However, when he enters... You're too late, boy. Well, let there be giants, people. The amazing colossal Venom here, and yeah, this is Venom. Spoilers! Has mortally wounded Uncle Ben, who in this comic is Peter's sensei. Actually, Japanese Uncle Ben bears a striking resemblance to Rei Hino's grandfather in Sailor Moon. As such, I can't help but think that Rei's just in the other room practicing her little fire hand prayer and while Uncle Ben is getting killed. Oh God, he's breaking my neck! Busy, grandfather. Itchy knee, son. Can I get some water real quick here? Told you it was quick. Venom throws Uncle Ben to the ground as he starts leaking red paint. Venom declares, "It is done," and he... Wait, is this panel supposed to imply that he went out that window? Venom's like 20 feet tall and wearing body armor. Look, physics are loose at best in anime and manga, but unless this dojo is operating out of hammer space, it isn't going to be that easy for him to get out. Peter talks to his dying uncle. "Peter, you have the power, Peter." Everybody with me now. Da, 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 da. Remember, with that great power must come great responsibility. Now, admittedly, since my death isn't at your fault in this continuity, saying that doesn't really make much sense, but hey, it's Spider-Man, I have to say it. Come! In an elementary school class, or maybe high school, it's hard to tell with his art style, he's continuing his epic scream of "Sensei!" But since the opening part is over with, he's just going, "Hey!" Like he was pouring the prawns. Oh, and his teacher is Dr. Octopus. And is shorter than the high school elementary students. Apparently, Peter does this a lot, and Octopus tells him that he knows about his situation, but will not tolerate these disturbances. If you cannot stay awake in class, may I suggest you get caught up on nap time at home, now! Wait, he disrupts class, and the solution is to send him to his room? Probably killed his sensei himself. Yeah, I'm sure all 70 pounds of him stood a chance against his trained sensei. So yeah, Peter just goes home because I guess at the school they do that. Mary Jane runs after him and lets him know that if he wants to talk to anyone about it, she's there. However, Peter does not answer because he's too busy skulking. How could this happen to me? And now it's time for Manga Kingpin. Who is also 20 feet tall and has a bunch of geishas watching him constantly. You know, I should probably point out that at this point that this comic was written by Kare Andrews, the writer and artist of a comic called Spider-Man Reign. For those unaware, Spider-Man Reign is essentially The Dark Knight Returns, except Spider-Man instead of Batman. And it's also the story where Mary Jane was killed by Peter Parker's radioactive sperm. I am not kidding at all. Kingpin is scolding Venom for not killing Peter Parker as well, since apparently they are part of the Spider Clan. The Kingpin himself is a member of the Kuji-Kiri and are somehow threatened by the Spider Clan because he foresaw it. You know, the Spider Clan probably didn't even know who the hell you were because before you decided to kill Uncle Ben, and now Peter Parker's got a hate on for you. Foresee that, dumbass. You forget your authority, Kingpin. I am Ronin, not some lapdog assassin. My authority is wealth, strength, power, and butter. Huge buckets of butter, that's what I got this big. You will kill the boy for the very same reason that you killed his sensei. It's power you crave, Venom. Well, actually, I'm saying this wrong because grammatically these words lack punctuation marks. its power, what the it is that he's referring to, I'm not sure, unless he means it is, in which case, add the apostrophe! You crave venom. And without the comma after crave, he's saying that he craves venom. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more venom, I guess. And yes, this had not one, but 2 editors.
What?
Yeah.
One regular editor and one consulting editor. Yes, I consult you to not draw people in proportionally accurate sizes and to not add in proper punctuation marks, thus altering the meaning of the sentences. And by the by, what the hell kind of power is he going to get from killing Peter? It's not like this is a Highlander thing where killing people gives him a quickening or something. It's not an I have power over you thing, because hell, Venom could just step on Peter and kill him. That's not power, that's just being really tall. So Peter trains while crying, beating up a punching bag. Stupid! Stupid! I know it's stupid, Peter. Just get through the comic, honey. Japanese Aunt May comes in and tells him to not seek revenge since it was doing all this fighting stuff that got his parents and Uncle Ben killed. Peter promises not to train anymore. And he immediately decides to just go to hell with the promises to the fragile old woman by doing his training in secret and becoming Spider-Man. What a nice man. Yep, no superpowers. He's just a kid with a mask, palm claws, and bolas. Though given how old he is, that's probably his yo-yo.